Hello learners and welcome to the course on excelling presentations through Microsoft PowerPoint. Before we go deeper into the course, let me introduce myself and my organization. This course has been brought to you by Tech Mahindra Foundation and I, Shrotriya Chaudhary, oversee the Learning and Development Unit of the Foundation. Founded in the year 2006, Tech Mahindra Foundation is the corporate social responsibility arm of Tech Mahindra Limited, a Mahindra Group company. We work extensively on the vision of empowerment through education with three key focus areas of education, employability and disability to empower all to rise. Understanding how to use PowerPoint is essential in today's digital age. Firstly, PowerPoint is a powerful tool that allows you to create visually appealing presentations to effectively convey information, whether it is for academic purposes, professional endeavors, or personal projects. Learning PowerPoint enables students to develop vital communication skills by organizing our thoughts, structuring the content logically, and presenting ideas in a clear and engaging manner. Moreover, in a world increasingly reliant on digital communication, proficiency in PowerPoint is a valuable asset in both educational and professional settings, opening doors to opportunities for effective collaboration, dynamic storytelling, and impactful presentations. In this course, we will learn about the basics of PowerPoint, the design and animations that make our presentations aesthetic, key elements that contribute to both good PowerPoint presentations and not so good ones. Most importantly, learning to create presentations can take you from creating documents like this to creating visually impactful slides like this. So let's start by diving into the world of presentations.
Now, we are going to learn about Microsoft PowerPoint and how you can use it to create stunningly visual presentations that can captivate your audience. We will learn the basics, intermediate, and advanced functions, and we recommend for you to be able to grasp it better, you should also open a PowerPoint in front of you so that you can keep practicing these functions. Now, what is it that we are going to learn in today's course? We are now going to show you how to open a PowerPoint document, although most of you would already know that. The easiest way to open a PowerPoint is to simply go to your Start button, and therein you will see all the softwares and apps in an alphabetical order. You can directly go down to P, and from there you can get PowerPoint, or you can also go to Microsoft Office, and from there you can open up Microsoft PowerPoint. Once you open PowerPoint, you will see this as the first page, the introductory page. Now here you can see that there are various types of designs that are already there. You can choose from these designs to begin with, or you can choose a blank presentation. For this course, we'll choose a blank presentation and then build on it. Now, once you open a blank presentation, you see that here is the slide on which you will be creating the different designs and animations. And this on the left-hand side is a small preview of how your slide is going to look like. Now, the first thing is, do you want the layout to be like this, or do you want to change the layout? A simple way to do that is to go to the top left of your screen where you can see layout. And here you can click on this and you can choose the kind of layout that you want. Once you choose the layout, you can also type anything similar to how you type on a Word document. And you can also type using bullets. You can change the font style or the font size. You can use bullets. You can even change the alignment of the text. Now, all of these are already available in Microsoft Word, and if you have used computers, you will know how to do this. So we are not going to go much in details here, just that you can also make the text bold, italics, underlined. You can, even strike through a text. You can change the case of a particular text. You can highlight a text. You can add color to your font. These are all various things that can be done using a PowerPoint as well as in Word. Now, just like you change the layout, you can also create new slides here. How do you do that? You simply go to the top and here you can click on this to create a new slide, or you can even click on this down arrow and you can choose the layout of the new slide. And these slides will come one after the other. If you don't require the slide, you can also click and you can press delete from your keyboard and this will get deleted. Now, you will see suddenly that this text, the font size, the font, everything is now hidden. Why? Because we have not selected the slide. So always remember, whenever you are using a presentation, you should always select the text and then you can change everything here. Now, similar to the font style and size, if you go to a little to the right, you will see that there is an option of text direction. Now, what does this mean? Here, you have written communication. Suppose you want the text to not be shown from left to right, but some other directions. You can simply select this text. You can go to text direction. You can click on it, and here you can see whether you want it to be horizontal or do you want to rotate the text. Okay, so you can select any of this as per your requirement. Now here you see, because the word is big, it has broken down into several layers. How can you change this? In your slide, you can even remove, increase, decrease this box. Suppose this box, I want to take it down. If you click on this box, you will see that on the vertices, on the edges, there are these small circular points. You can simply select on any of this and you can drag it down. Okay. Once you do that, then you can select this box again and you can also similarly drag the box down and your word will come in one line. So these are various ways in which you can uh, add a text or change the design of a text inside a slide. Now, let me go back to the original left to right combination. Now, along with that, you can also change the place where the text is. So currently, if you see within this box, the text is in the middle. You can also click on this to make it go to the top, or you can click on bottom to take it to the bottom. It completely depends on how you want it to be. Okay? Now, you can also increase or decrease the size of the box as I just mentioned. Now, there are several things that you can see here on the drawing pane. We are not going to discuss this here. We'll discuss it in the insert tab. So we'll move on to this insert tab. Now here, if you see, there are again various options. The first option that you see is a table. So how do you insert a table, right? You simply click here and you can choose the number of rows or the number of columns and you can click on it and you will get a table. And inside this table, you can type whatever you like. To select the table, you have to click on somewhere at the edge. Once it has got selected, you will see two tabs that have opened up on the top, table design and layout. Using the table design, you can even change the colors of your table. Okay, you can put a shading, you can use borders, and you can also change the effect of your table like this. So these make it more visually appealing for the learners. You have to decide what kind of learners you have and make the designs accordingly. Similarly, you can go to layout and you can also delete the table. You can split cells. You can add rows or columns below this particular table. All of that can be done from here. Now, let me add another slide here. To add a slide, what you can do is simply click here below this available for slide and automatically it will take you to the home tab. And then you can click on new slide. Okay. When you click on new slide, you get a default layout. And as we have already discussed, you can change the layout from here. Now let's go to insert. The second that you see here is photo or pictures. So you can basically insert pictures inside a slide, but I don't want the pictures to come with inside a box. So what I'll do is I'll simply select the box. If you remember, we just said that we'll go to the edge and we'll click, and then you can simply press delete. So I want to delete both these boxes. Or what you could also have done is simply go to home, layout, and select blank. Automatically, you will get a blank slide. So here, I now want to insert a photo. So depending upon the photos that you already have in your computer, or you can even download photos from the internet, and then you can go to pictures. You can go to your computer and choose the images, or you can also choose some images that are default present within Microsoft PowerPoint. I'm going to choose some of these stock images, for example, this image. So I select on this and I click on insert, and this image will come on this slide. So this is how you add a photo. Another easy way of just adding a photo that you might already have on your computer is simply to select that photo, copy, and just paste it here on this slide. The moment I have selected this photo, if you see, again there is a tab that has opened up on the top called Picture Format. Now here I can see various options of editing this picture. Here it is saying picture styles. If you click on this arrow, you will see that there are various types of editing the picture. This adds a border. This will make it become circular, um, or oval rather. Uh, this will make the picture look oval. This will change the border of the picture. So you can choose what kind of design you want. You can also change the picture border color. Like for example, if you want your say yellow, see the border has changed. You can change the effect of the picture like this one. So all this editing can be done in the picture format tab. Now, let me create another slide here. By now, you would have known and understood how to add new slides. So I simply add a new slide. I go to insert. So pictures, photo albums, these are all different ways of adding photos to your slides. And you can also copy paste from outside as we just mentioned. The next is adding shapes. So to add shapes, you can simply again click here and you will get variety of shapes. You can choose which shape you want to. And then you see that you have a cursor that has become into a plus sign. You can simply click, hold, and drag, and automatically you will be able to create a shape. And if you want to write inside this shape, you can even write. If required, you can also add bullet points. You can go back to home and you can also add bullets. You can change the alignment. You can do all of that. Okay. Now, once you've created this shape, if you select the shape again, okay, you will see that whenever, how do you know that your shape or your text has been selected or a box has been selected? The moment it gets selected, you will see these edges becoming circular. So you know that now it has got selected. So once you select it, you see that again there's a shape format tab that is opened up on the top. If you click on that, using this shape, you can change the colors. Okay, there are various inbuilt colors that you can use to change. You can also change the colors from here, or you can also change the shape outline, the shape effects. These are all again various things that you can use. You can also change the text style from here if you see. So if you simply select this text and if you go here, you can change the design of the text. You can also change the color of the text, the outline, the text effects can also be changed. You can do all of that. Now I go back to insert. This is about shapes. If you want, you can also change the shape. If you simply select the shape, go to shape format, you will see here that it's saying edit shape or it is asking you to insert a new shape. You can click on edit shape and it's saying change shape, and you can also change this to some other shape. For example, this one. Automatically your shape has changed. Now, the next option here is Smart Art. Now, this is a very interesting option, and this also plays a big role in making your slides look fabulous. So, if you click on Smart Art, what you see is um, it's basically a graphic that is used to visually communicate information in a much more better and advanced way. So, if we click on Smart Art, we will see that there's a pop-up that is going to open up, and it's going to show you various kinds of designs. Okay, you can just scroll down to see various types of designs. And these designs all are used in different contexts. Now, here on the left, if you see, it's showing you all, which means all the designs can be seen here. Then next is list. List includes, so all these options are included inside all. But if you specifically want to figure out a shape that is important for creating lists, okay, suppose you want a list of items, then these are some of those default shapes that are available or smart arts that are available. If you want something for process, when are these used? For example, if you want um, to show how a particular event has flowed, say step one, step two, step three, then you can use shapes like this, smart arts like this. Similarly, cycle, where you want to show some correlation or the fact that maybe something is dependent on the other or how a particular project moves. Similarly, hierarchy, this is basically flowcharts. Relationships, you can use these smart arts to show how a particular item is related to something else, and so on and so forth. So you can basically choose whichever one you want, and based on that, you can create your own smart art. Let me choose this one. Now here, suppose I want to show a particular series of steps that have been used to successfully evaluate a project. So I can just write here, for the purpose of this video, we are just keeping it short, writing step two, step three, and you see that whatever I'm writing here will come here. So basically, this is the actual shape, and the one box that you're seeing here on the left, this is the pane. You can write text here, which will automatically be reflected here. Now, you might ask, what if I have more number of steps? Nothing to worry. You can simply come here and you can press enter, and automatically a new um shape will open up, and you can add on, and so on and so forth. Now, once this is done, if you click outside, you will see that the pane has gone away, but you can only see the smart art. If you want the pane to come back, you can simply click on the smart art again and the pane will come. Okay. Now, you can again drag, move this smart art to wherever you want in this slide. A tab called Smart Art Design has now opened up the moment you have selected this Smart Art. And here you can see you can change the layout. So instead of this, suppose you don't like the layout, you can also change it to something like this. Um, okay. The reason why they have allowed you to change layouts is that so that once you create the layout, if you don't like it, you don't have to create an entire layout from scratch, right? You can keep editing it. And you can also uh, change the design. So if you see here, the smart art styles can be changed from default to something like this. And then you can also change colors. Okay, so maybe you can choose something more brighter and you can get these colors. If you want, you can even change the colors one by one. So suppose instead of the default color options that are there, you want to change the colors individually. So you can even select this particular box. Within the bigger box, you have these small boxes. So you can select this box. You can go to home and you can change it using shape fill. Okay. You can then select the second box. You can change the color, so on and so forth. So we hope that you have understood how to not only create these shapes, but also to keep changing their designs as and when you want. On WordArt, and it just changes the text design. So you click on this text design, and you see it allows you to type your text in a different format. Okay. So suppose you type a particular word, you can select that and you see text effects. If you go to text effects and go down, you will see there is this option of ABC transform. The moment you click here, there's a pop-up that opens up and you can change the design of the overall text. The moment you change this, you see that the word itself has also changed. Okay. So this is how you can use word art to make your text more appealing. You can improve the visualizations of your text. In design, what you see here is a bunch of colored themes. Now, how are you going to use this? Suppose this is a particular slide and you want to know how to create, how to design this slide, right? Which means the background of the slide. So if you click on any of this, if you just take your arrow here, it automatically gives you a preview of how your slide will look like if you click on this design. If you take your arrow to this one, it will show you the design for this. Okay, so here you see the screen, the slide will be blank, but there will be a purple patch on the upper right hand side. Similarly, here you can see the design. So you can use these designs to make your slides look better. Okay, so let me choose this one. You can also change the overall color of this particular design. So the next is transitions. In this transitions, what happens is this shows the transition that will happen between slides, right? When you go to slideshow. For example, uh, currently, if I take you to slideshow, which I'll explain later how slideshow happens, but slideshow basically allows you to show your full screen to your audience. And suppose here, this is your first slide and you want to move to the next slide, you see that it simply moves and there is no change, there is no animation that's happening, right? It's a simple movement from one slide to the other. So for that, what you can do is, yeah, you can click on some of these options. For example, this says split. If you click on this, you will see this is how your slides are going to open up. Or for example, reveal. This is how your slide is going to open up. And something like push. This is how your slide is going to open up. So if you click on this, since you have selected slide one, your slide one will open up like this. You can also, instead of applying the transitions to each and every slide, you can simply click to apply to all, and all your slides will move in the same way. There are various transitions that are available. You can choose which one you want. For example, I want to choose uncover. So you can click here. You can also choose whether during transition you want the sound or not. Generally, if it's a professional presentation, it's better not to use sounds unless you want a presentation for a specific purpose. You can also choose the duration. So if it says 0.75, it basically says that it will take this amount of time for the transition to happen. You can increase or decrease the duration of the animation. And then I can simply click on apply to all, which means all my slides will have this transition. And this is asking you whether you want the transition on mouse click. Okay, so suppose I want the transition for every mouse click, which means to move from one slide to the other, I'll either be pressing the mouse or I'll be pressing the left or right arrow of the keyboard. Now, if I go to slideshow, this is what is going to happen. This is my first slide. This is my second slide. Now you see the moment I'm moving to the next slide, uh, it is using the transition that I had used. I hope you can see it now. This is slide transition. The next is animations. Now, animations is basically animation within a particular slide, right? The difference between transitions that you just learned here and animations is that transition is for movement from one slide to the other, whereas animation is about animations within a particular slide, right? So suppose you write a particular text here. For example, you can see this text is here, and I want to select this text. I want some animation to happen to this text. I can simply select this text, and I can go to animations, and within animations, just like in transitions, you can see various types of animations. All of these are there, right? So you can choose anyone. For example, if I want to choose wipe, right? I'll choose wipe, and this is how it's going to look. Now you see, you can also do preview. If you do preview, you can see this is how your animation comes from bottom to top. If you want to change it, you can see effect options here. You can click on effect options. You can, instead of from bottom, you can change it to from left. So from left means this is how the text is going to come. Okay, so you can use these animations not only for text, you can also use it for tables, for images, whichever you want. Just that you need to select it and then you need to click on a particular animation. Please remember that once you start working on animations, you would want to put animations into everything. But when you are creating professional presentations, it's better to keep animations to the minimum. Okay, use animations where you feel that animating something is actually going to add value to your presentation. We have seen many presentations where they animate every letter or every text in a particular slide. which is not necessary, right? Because that, number one, it increases the overall time that you will require to make the presentation. Plus, it's very irritating for the eyes of the audience. So please use animation wherever it's actually required. Okay. Now, while using animations, because you will be using multiple animations, for example, here, if I use animations on all these, three, you can see that there is a small box said 1, 2, 3, which has opened up here. What does this signify? It signifies that when we will actually show the slide using the slideshow mode, this animation will come first, then second, and then finally this will come. Now you can make changes to this. How do you do this? You can simply click animation pane here, and you see a pane has opened up here. Now here, 1, 2, 3, how will you know which one is one? You can simply click here and it will show you this is one. You can also click this and drag this down and your animations have changed. So now this table is going to come first, followed by this one and then this one. So you can, using the animation pane, you can change the order of animation, or you can even delete an animation, or you can add an animation. Okay. On the top, it is also going to show you whether the animation should come once you click your mouse, or should it come along with the previous one. Okay. Now, what is the difference between on click and with previous or after previous? It basically says that if it is on click, it means that once you do the first click, this box will come. Then you do the second click, then this will come. Then you do the third click, then this will come. Whereas if you make it with previous and then you do slideshow, this is what's going to happen. So basically, these came one after the other and they did not have to wait for you to click. Okay. So this is about animation, and then finally moving on to slideshow. So here, everything that you have animated here, the moment you come to slideshow, you can click on from beginning and you will be able to see the slideshows one after the other. Even the transitions will be in place. So this is how you actually present. So slideshow basically will be applied when you will be presenting this to an audience. Uh, you can obviously use slideshow to practice it beforehand, how your slides are going to come up, because in some cases you might feel that the transitions are not happening properly, or maybe the animations are not in order. So you should always do slideshow and check for yourself before you complete and submit the entire presentation. We hope that through all of this, we have learned the some of the most important functions of using PowerPoint. And if you remember what we had discussed right at the beginning about the difference between using a document to present and using a PowerPoint to present, I think these options that you have learned would have shown you how a presentation makes it much more visually appealing for the audience.
In the world of presentations, there exists a stark difference between captivating and boring presentations, memorable and forgetful presentations, and good and bad PowerPoint presentations. While a well-crafted presentation can captivate an audience, convey complex ideas with clarity, and leave a lasting impression, a poorly executed one can do just the opposite, leaving listeners bored, confused, or disengaged. Understanding the characteristics that distinguish good from a bad presentation is essential for anyone seeking to effectively communicate their message in today's digital age. Let's look at a few PowerPoint slides. Pause the video here and note down your observations about these slides. Now let us look at some other slides. Pause the video here and note down your observations about these slides too. To create effective presentations, please keep these points in mind. Organize content logically. Structure your presentation in a clear and logical manner with a clear introduction, main points and conclusion. Use headings and subheadings to guide the audience through your content. Avoid overloading slides with text. A common mistake is that we put too much text onto slides. This overwhelms the audience and makes it difficult to read and understand the information. Instead, use concise bullet points and visuals to convey your message effectively. Using legible fonts or colors. Choosing fonts that are too small or colors that lack contrast with the background can make your slides difficult to read. Ensure that your text is legible by using a clear, easy to read font and high contrast colors. Do not overuse animations and transition. While animations and transitions can add visual interest, using them excessively can be distracting and it distracts you from your message. Stick to subtle animations and transitions that enhance rather than overshadow your content. Avoid using poor visuals and image quality. Using low resolution images or stretching images to fit can make your presentation look unprofessional. Instead, use high definition images and relevant charts to enhance understanding and retention of information. Maintain consistency. Inconsistencies in font styles, size, and formatting can make your presentation look disjointed and unpolished. Maintain a consistent design throughout your slides to create a cohesive and professional appearance. Rehearse your presentation. Practice delivering your presentation multiple times to become familiar with the content and the timing. Rehearsing allows you to refine your delivery and ensure a smooth and confident presentation. By following these best practices, you can create PowerPoint presentations that effectively communicate your message, engages your audience, and leaves a lasting impression. We hope that you will practice creating more and more presentations using PowerPoint. Thank you for participating in this course. All the best for your future endeavors.